Hey guys, well, good news. I went for my checkup today and they let me release my arm so I can move it. So they said since I hadn't had taken any medication at all after the surgery, and they examined it and said it looked like it was healing good, so at least I can move it now and I can actually sew now. What I'm going to be doing right now is I want to come up with a way to do my flat felled seams using the guide feet that I have. So what I did is I pressed this very accurately 1/4 of an inch on both sides to do the flat felled seam where it comes together like this. And I used wash away school glue to help anchor it down, and that helps a lot, especially on the first insertion. You get it right up to the edge and then it'll hold it, and then you can fold this other side over without it coming out. It really helps it get accurate. But my theory is, since it's 1/4 inch seam allowances, I can come down with the 1/16 along the edge and get it locked down, and then change feet, and then use the 1/4 inch one to get the seam on the other side, and hopefully it'll come right along the edge of this side because we're going to be sewing from the right side here. So let's do the narrow one first. So let's do the 1/16 first. Let me get my foot on here. And this is the Brother PQ1500 machine, and I can use these feet on my Juki 8700 also. So they have the same high shank feet. So alright, let's get the narrow one done. I'll get my thread behind my foot. Okay, I'm just gonna, it's got a little guide right there. I'm gonna get right up next to it with this fold line here, and hopefully it'll sew a stitch fairly close to the edge. Alright, here we go. I'm using a stitch length of 6, so it's very long. Okay, there's the first one. That looks good. So let's take this foot off, put the other one on, and do another run, and let's see if this is going to work out like I planned it. I'll show you what I use to keep my 1/4 inch after I sew this. That way, if you want to do it and it looks good, again, I'm testing here, so anyway, if it looks good like I want to use, it'd be worth looking into when you sew jeans or need something with a flat felled seam. Alright, line it up the same way we did the last time. Okay, let's see if we caught everything on the other side. And we did. It's right at the edge, which is perfect. So my calculations worked. What to do with my scissors? Just a second, let me get my scissors. Okay, so that's a 1/8 inch foot and a 1/4 inch, I'm sorry, 1/16 foot on the first one, and then the 1/4 inch on the second one. And I would be happy with that on jeans. So that worked out great. So, okay, again, a precise 1/4 inch on each one of the folds. And let me show you what I used. Clover makes a pressing pad, it has a 1/4 inch on it. So I folded over to this line, and that line, and pressed it. And then while I still had this under the fabric, I just kind of pulled it away and held the iron down on it. That way I knew I'd get a consistent 1/4 of an inch. And it may have been just a hair over a 1/4 of an inch, because by the time it folds up and over and then you flatten it, it may go just a teeny bit over, which worked out perfect on this. So I'd be very happy with that. Anyway, it's made by Clover. You can find it, I think you can find it on Amazon, if I remember correctly. I think that's where I got it. But it's handy to have because you can press on it. Anyway, that's it, guys. I'm glad it worked. Successful. And that's it for now. And I'm going to get to cutting the pants pattern out in a couple of days. I got to go to rehab tomorrow, see how I do. And then after rehab, if I'm doing okay, I should be able to cut the pattern out and get the pants so long that I showed you guys in the last video. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, look at the last video that I made and I'll show you. You'll see on there the pants that I'm going to sew up. I'm going to sew up the second one I showed. So anyway, that's it, guys. Take care.